Morning, everybody. Just got 6 minutes into a great video, and then my alarm clock went off because it goes off at 6 in the morning every morning with my new routine. Already drank all of that. I'll drink the rest just to show you how the day starts every morning. I'll do 2 of these between 6 and 7:30. I think it solves the majority of problems that people have. The other ones that it doesn't solve are ones that I deal with. This video might be tough on me, maybe on you. When you can't just drink water, lots and lots of water, like 6 of those a day, and fix a lot of your problems. I mean, it fixes a lot of problems, mentally, physically, emotionally. You would be surprised what water does. It is something that we all say we drink, and you don't. You should be drinking 6 to 8 liters a day, every single day. Gag it down until you love it. I miss drinking Coca-Colas, and I miss drinking booze, and I miss drinking every other drink that is an option. But I stopped taking those options. When I simplified things in my life with just water, a fruit smoothie in the afternoon, and a vegan dinner at night, and I do my running and my yoga in the morning, and hopefully I can slide in some kind of exercising later when I start feeling a little bit better. By the way, it's 6 in the morning, 7/22, July 22nd, so what is that, 15 days sober? It's still not easy. I'm still shaky. I still wake up not hungry. I still go to bed or start eating dinner and just can't eat it. It's okay. I know it's a process. When I have issues, big issues at home, and it starts piling up, I have a tendency to fight or flight, and mine's usually jump on a plane and fly. And I fight my issues with flying away. This movie might be, or this video might be a hard one, because flying away is the hardest thing for anyone to do. Anytime I ever traveled when I was younger, it was kind of exciting and it's scary, but you know, you're going for a few weeks or whatever, and then you're coming back home to your family and your friends and everyone else. If you don't think that I don't miss my family and my friends and my dog and my just floating the river and the summers in Idaho and the mountains and snowboarding, I might cry on this one. Then you're not understanding the whole idea here. When it gets to a point with problems, whether it's problems with your husband or your wife, or alcoholism, or being overweight, or money issues, or stress with the economy, or stock markets, or the stresses of America, can't get ahead, can't keep up with the Joneses. When it comes to a point where it gets too much, I fly away. And for me, it helps. The water helps. Having one giant fruit smoothie right after my exercising, which helps in the morning, running or walking, I run for an hour, and then I do yoga for an hour, and then I have my fruit smoothie around 11 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., depending on what time I get to it, and then a vegan dinner. Even now, sometimes I can't even eat breakfast, all my smoothie or all my dinner, but I try my hardest to get it all down because of alcohol and how bad it's fucked me up for 20 years. You reach a point where you got to get the fuck out. You got to get out. Yeah, so my way of getting out is getting out. So I leave. And when I leave, I shut my phone off, and I shut the TV off, and I shut the United States off. And it really gives me time to shut this off. And when I shut this off and I set this simple routine up, wow, it creates changes fast. I mean, super fast. You could do this you could go from 200 pounds to 150 pounds and run a marathon in 90 days. Anyone could do it. You could quit drugs and be completely healthy and know yourself and what your purpose is, or what kind of purpose is, or what purpose means, and stop being so selfish in 90 days probably. So I'm not saying you have to leave the country forever. But me being in this country now, I don't want to go back to America. I'm going to wait as long as I possibly can to go back to America, if ever. And the hardest part about this video that I wanted to explain this morning was what you miss. What you miss. Because don't think I don't have a heart. And I'm not rich. I'm not rich at all. But when you spend $2 a day on yoga, running is free, $1 a day on water, and $1 a day on a fruit smoothie, and about $1 a day on dinner, you can kind of put the math together and figure out, well, 90 days would cost me, and rent's probably $3 a day. Sorry, well, that's for a cheaper place. Mine's probably about $8 a day, $9 a day. When you put it all together, you start realizing you spend about $20 a day to go through a boot camp of change. Just an idea. During that change, the hardest part is leaving everything that was comfortable. That's your couch, that's your TV, it's your newspaper, it's watching your news, that's going through your routine. Changing the routine is what changes you. The hardest part about changing that routine is not necessarily changing the routine, it's leaving your family. It's leaving your dog. It's leaving your house. It's leaving your family and your friends. It's leaving floating the river in the summer. The favorite things you love to do in your city, or snowboarding, or whatever the case may be. But leaving your family is hard as fuck. But I also realized after losing family members and talking to my mom when she dropped me off at the airport, was they're still with you. Like I said, I might cry on this one. They're there, and I'm here. But the nice part is that the distractions are gone, and they're still there. And now that gives me time to reset button. So I don't answer on my phone, I don't watch TV, I don't watch the news, I don't look at my phone for the news, nothing. COVID doesn't exist down here for me or anyone. It was time for me to reset. When alcoholism puts you on a couch for 6 months and you watch TV and you watch news and then you watch what's getting deleted off of Facebook and then you're trying to figure it out and then you go through the frustration of what in the fuck is going on and why are they hiding all this shit and what are the elites doing, what's the bank doing, what's the economy doing, and then you start gaining weight and then you get frustrated and then you find yourself just going fucking absolutely nuts. You go into fight or flight. And you can't fight what's going on in the United States right now. You cannot fight it. It will happen, and you will take it. Lube up, because you're getting ready to take it. My dad once said, no matter where you are, there you are. And it took me a while to kind of figure that out, and that meant you can't run to a different country and think that that changes you, because no matter where you are, there you are. And what that means is your mind, your body, your soul, you're there. Be thankful you're wherever you're at, but yeah, the hardest part about a boot camp or leaving to help yourself to recover, to find yourself again, to remember who you are, to remove the distractions so that it creates space for a new routine of dieting and exercise and meeting new people. And yesterday I helped homie my tattoo guy for, 12 hours, 10 hours. Cut a door out of one of his back walls for a storage unit and frame it and hinge it and do all those things. And I put the door, it's a piece of shitty drywall. I put it up against the wall and it's windy here and it fell over, broke into 3 pieces. So we had to go buy wood, or homie did, and we went and bought wood and reframed the door and hung it all, and everything looks great. Helping people. My dad used to say, it's not about you, it's about helping people. When you're so caught up with yourself and money and problems and your wife or husband or religion or your weight or chasing things or stock markets or your economy or how you're going to pay your bills or your job, or then you can't keep up with that. You can't remember those. You can't make room for improvements or changes. You can't it's just overload. So you go into fight or flight. I flew. I'm not going to fight America. I flew away. Hardest part about flying away, again, is missing your friends or family, so don't think that I'm heartless. But they're still here. They're still here with me. I mean, you can feel they're still here with you. In fact, I know that the ones that love you the most are probably more happy that you're working on yourself and are gone than not. Sorry for the emotions this morning. Maybe it's too early. Maybe this is just the way that the process goes. Working on yourself means subtracting everything else. And when you subtract everything else, working on yourself becomes easy. But maybe missing your dog and your mom and your plants and your animals and your friends and your family and all the stuff that you used to do, sitting at the bar all day long. Maybe that's all a part of the process of healing. You're going to miss them at some point. They're going to die. We all do. I don't know if I'll ever go back to America. I fucking hate that place. People are so caught up in everything else that they forgot themselves. Slowly by slowly, I'm remembering myself. And it doesn't make me heartless again. But it's part of the process that I have to go to heal. And I know a lot of my drinking and alcoholism probably came from the attachments of those things. Sitting on the couch, watching TV, stressing out about the news, thinking about losing a family member. I've lost them. You've lost them. It's hard. It's hard. Loss is hard. But losing yourself is harder. And finding yourself, you might think, is even harder, but it's fight or flight. You either fight where you're at to change your routine, which is almost impossible, because then you have to fucking throw your couch away, turn the TV off, not answer your phone or change your number, tell your friends you need a break so you can work on yourself, tell your family you love them and you're calling them in 90 days or so, or however long it takes. It's kind of hard to do both at the same time fast, rapidly. And so the quickest way for me is to get away from everything, all of it. And when that happens, it creates so much time and so much space, probably both the same thing conceptually, that you have nothing to do except for creating a routine. And if you have a purpose, and that purpose might be to quit drinking alcohol or to lose weight or to mourn the death of a family member or to get away from the stress or the fear or the pain or the sadness. If you have a goal and you come to a different country, just even for a little bit, you'd be surprised how easy that goal starts to become, and how those people in your life that you think that you're going to miss so much are still here, right with you. Yeah, I'm changing a lot, going through a lot of changes, going through a lot of emotional changes. And all those things have to happen. You can't do this without it. So it's normal. It's okay. Part of the process. And all you have to do is remember to let it happen and let it go. And get on with the day. It's seriously that easy. What's done is done. And to sit and think about the past that doesn't exist, it already happened. Or to think about the future that doesn't exist because it hasn't happened, and it might not. This video might shut off in 2 seconds and the world ends, or who knows, meteorite, bam, we're all dead. The only time you have is right now, and in that moment is where happiness and peacefulness and tranquility lives. It can't live in the past, and it can't live in the future. And everybody's looking for happiness and peacefulness and tranquility. some sort of ease, and it doesn't exist in the past or the future. The only thing that exists in the past and the future is fear and anxiety and the loss of control and temptations for the things of this world. So don't get me wrong, if you decide to do a boot camp and get away and make a change, or you're stressed out and need to make a change, realize that it will be hard. But when you see the change in you, when you start to see the change in you, it's 10 times better than the fear that, or the anxiety that you're experiencing now. 10 times better. 100 times better. And that's what people say when they mean you need to go inside yourself. It's just, all that means is be in the moment, and what that means is you have to get away from the distractions. You have to get away from the past and the present. The past and the future. And the only way to do that is get in the present. And most people don't even know what that means or how to do that. Mine's been through meditation, breathing, exercises, yoga, and then turning my phone off, leaving the United States, turning the TV off, getting off my couch, doing exercise. Those are all things that create being in the present, because you're moving, you're in movement. And when you focus on your breathing, just breathing in through your nose, and then let the bad stuff out. If you actually focus on that breathing, that's the present. Thoughts will come in, thoughts will go out. Thoughts will come in, thoughts will go out. Doesn't matter what those things are, just let them come in, let them go out. Emotions come in, emotions go out. That's just a healing process. But just keep focusing on the breath. So I've learned how to do some breath work. That really helps too. I think you'll start learning that when you get by yourself, the answers will come. And you'll find new friends. And you'll find that helping people is the answer. Because when you set up a regime like I have, which is water and bananas, cheap living, you have all the time in the world and all the energy in the world, and the changes in you create energy, create emotion, which creates motion, and you want to go out and help, and you will find new family, new friends, new dogs, new pets to play with. You don't even have to own them. They're all over the place. The whole world has them. Everybody's afraid to leave. Don't be. Even if you try it for a minute, even 30 days can change your life. Even 30 days. But it's not a 30-day vacation. It's a 30-day boot camp. And you have to remember that. What's your purpose? What's the purpose of this change? What's the purpose of the fight or flight? What's the purpose of your pain right now? So yeah, I'm not a douchebag. I miss everybody. I really do. I miss all you guys, and I love you. But I know you're still with me. And I know that the ones that really love me are more proud of me now than they ever have been. I've let myself down, and I've let everybody down for 20 years being an alcoholic. Being selfish alcoholic and sitting at a bar for 12 hours a day, you can't help anyone. You can't help yourself. You can't do anything. You can't create relationships. You can't hold down jobs. You can't. I mean, for me, that's been the hardest. For other people, losing a family member can be the hardest. Being a drug addict can be the hardest. Being addicted to codependency with a relationship can be the hardest. Taking a break in a place where in a place where there's some true freedom in yourself, by just letting go of all that stuff, will change your life. It instantly changes your life. You don't even have to have a game plan. The game plan comes to you. You are the creator. You are the game plan. It will come to you. I promise. And when you get here, you might miss your parents and family and all that stuff 2 weeks later and have a couple tears. And I assure you, it goes away after a few minutes, and you'll remember that your family's more proud that you're working on yourself than trying to hold on to your old fears and living with them, and then experiencing the relationships with your friends and your family while you're living with those fears. That is torture. This is a long video, 26 minutes. I love you guys. Have a great day today. I'm gonna drink another bottle of water. I'm gonna have a cold shower and reset, and then head to meditation here in about an hour. It's only 20 minutes. Literally, you just sit there and you just breathe, and you smell the smells, and you hear the hears, whatever you hear, and you're in the moment. Just your senses. You just focus on your senses. And as thoughts come in, you let them come in, but you do not hold on to them. You let them just do what they do, and then you let them go. And that's all meditation is. And consciously doing that during the day, not just sleeping, but consciously spending 30 minutes to do that during the day, you'd be surprised. Creates a lot of peace in your life. A lot of peace. Because you're not focusing on the future or the past. You're in the moment. And that's where happiness and peacefulness and tranquility exists. That's what we're all looking for. And all the other stuff you think you need goes away. Just melts away. Even your fat just melts away. I don't know. Like my two issues were weight issue. When I was a kid, I was fat my whole life, so I still hold on to that issue. People say I'm not fat, and I still think I'm fat. The skinniest girls I meet, they think they're fat. It's a TV thing. It's a what we were born to believe sort of thing. You know, I've been through all of them, all the issues. We all have our own. We all have our demons. Getting into the moment, which is just, what are your sensations? It's literally sitting down, closing your eyes, being still, and just focusing on your sensations. What do you smell? What do you hear? Breathing, focusing on your breathing, in and out. In and out. Just breathing, focusing on your breathing. And then just allowing those thoughts to come in and then just leave. They're all just from the future or the past. They mean nothing. That's where tranquility and peace and faith and what I'm starting to see is that's where creation exists too. That's where, like, almost being in the present creates your future. That might sound a little trippy here at first, and we can get into that later, but it does. It's almost like meditation can create your day the way you want it. And then setting an intention at the end of your meditation can create miracles. It was the word I was looking for. Miracles. Not coincidences. I don't think those exist. People think they're coincidences. I think they're miracles. Call them whatever you want to call them. I love you guys. 30-minute video. Have a great day today. Sending you love. I love you guys. There's the tears. I love you, family. I love you, friends. I miss you. But I miss myself more. And I need to get healthy again. So I need to fix myself before I fix anything else. Hang in there, guys, if you're struggling. If you need any help, if you want to chat or whatever, feel free to comment. I always say I'm going to leave my email down below, and I don't, but I will on this video. So feel free to chat or comment. And then I'll leave my email if it's personal stuff, if you want to do something personal, and just ask a question or two. But I mean, what are you ashamed of? Just put it under the comments. No one gives a fuck. They really don't care. They don't give a shit. No one gives a shit. You think they do. And the minute you can let go of that, that's a big one. You've gained a lot once you can get rid of that one. Who gives a shit? Once you can say who gives a fuck, then you're doing pretty good. Not who gives a fuck like you're gonna go around and do bad shit and fucking steal shit and hurt people and be a nihilist. I mean, that's not what I mean by don't give a fuck. What I mean by don't give a fuck is stop caring what people care about you, because this is your life. They all might be here just because or just for you. Who knows? No one knows the answers to any of these questions. Even if you did, it wouldn't fucking change your goddamn thing. Try it. Drink a liter of water this morning. See what it does for you. I do 3 every morning. I recommend 3. Chug them down, 2 hours. Then do a workout. You have plenty of extra sugar in your body, reserves from the day before, in the morning, to be able to go through. I go through 2 hours of intense yoga, meditation, and a run before I eat anything. So it's all a myth. You don't have to eat breakfast to go on a run or go do something. It's bullshit. Anyway, that's a different story too. Just want to let you guys know I have a heart. I do miss you all, but I miss myself more, and that's why I left. So I'm here to find myself, and it's happening quick, and it can happen quick for you too. Hit me up if you need me. I love you guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.